But first, the judge has raised serious doubt about the integrity of Workers' Party Chair Sylvia Lim and senior member Low Thia Khiang in his ruling of a civil suit, which found them liable to damages suffered by Aljunied-Hougang Town Council.
Now, the two were found to have breached their fiduciary duties, while another defendant, Workers' Party Chief Pritam Singh, was found to have breached duties of skill and care.
The multi-million-dollar lawsuit involved alleged improper payments to the town council's managing agent between 2011 and 2015. The next stage of the hearings will see the court assess the quantum of compensation. Deborah Wong reports.
Dishonest, misleading and inexcusable. In a written judgment spanning over 330 pages, Justice Kanan Ramesh spelled out the conduct of the three Workers' Party MPs in these clear terms. He ruled that Ms. Lim and Mr. Lau had breached their fiduciary duties in appointing FM Solutions and Services, or FMSS, as managing agent of AHTC, while Mr. Singh had breached his duty of skill and care in the hiring of FMSS.
The crux of the case lies in the hiring of FMSS, which was done without tender. Because they held appointments in the town council, they were considered conflicted parties. AHTC claimed that this further led to improper payments of more than $33 million. Throughout the trial, the MPs had argued that the tender was waived, as they urgently needed to give the town council a running start after the party won Aljunied-GRC in the 2011 general election. Ms. Sylvia Lim had explained that the termination of AHTC's computer system by IT firm AIM was why they needed to appoint a new managing agent quickly.
Justice Ramesh refuted this, saying that the defendants had already made plans to upgrade Hougang Town Council's computer system before learning of AIM's termination. Now, during the trial, Ms. Lim had agreed that it would be reasonable to check the termination notice in the contract, but this wasn't done. AIM had also agreed to extend its services upon AHTC's request.
Justice Ramesh said these three reasons showed that there was sufficient time for the defendants to call for a tender. He added AIM could have extended their services for an even longer time if a tender was called.
In his analysis of the case, Justice Ramesh noted that party affiliation and not urgency appeared to play a critical role. Now, Mr. Lau believed that if incumbent managing agent CPG, a PAP-affiliated entity, carried on, his staff at his former ward Hougang Town Council would risk being terminated. Now, this spurred the decision to set up FMSS, led by candidates the MPs could trust, and in doing so, set in motion CPG's removal.
Justice Ramesh said Ms. Lim and Mr. Lau had deliberately misled their town councillors and kept the incumbent managing agent CPG in the dark. This was evident from their decision to exclude CPG from discussions surrounding the waiver of tender and the appointment of FMSS. In doing so, the court found that both MPs had failed to act in the town council's best interest. Justice Ramesh said the conscious decision to do so was inexcusable and egregious. He said the lack of transparency and candor was apparent when Ms. Lim had asked FMS's owners to sanitize a report on their appointment. This was in order to pass the scrutiny of the auditors. Mr. Lau was found to be equally complicit in this. Justice Ramesh said this move casted serious doubt on their integrity and produced a report that was not truthful. He said this attempt to mislead demonstrated the MP's disregard for the town council's financial rules. Justice Ramesh said this misleading narrative was conveyed to the public and specifically the very constituents that the MPs were elected to serve. In doing so, the court found that they had not acted honestly and therefore breached their duty of unflinching loyalty to AHTC as fiduciaries. The judge explained that Mr. Singh was liable to a lesser degree than his colleagues, as he was not involved in crucial email exchanges pertinent to the case. AHTC had not made any allegations against Mr. Singh. Only Pasir Ris Punggol Town Council did. But the lack of substantive cross-examination on his involvement in the plan to appoint FMSS means that there was not enough basis to conclude he had breached his fiduciary duties.